Okay, so let's look at the template for the training plan. So this is an Excel sheet. So on the top part or the top cell, you need to indicate the name of your lab. So if the name of your lab is let's say you're from Solwezi, so maybe the name is Solwezi General Hospital. So that will be the name of the lab or of the facility. So you can either capitalize this, or if you want, you can leave it in lowercase. Then the document title, leave this document title the way it is. This is a training plan, so just leave it like that. Then under the document ID, you need to indicate the document ID for this particular form. So if you haven't added this form into your system, you need to give it a document ID. So of course you need to start with the initials, then you give it a number. So if it's something that is not in your system, give it the next number in your document master list. Okay, so maybe it's 005. Then that will be maybe so the version number. If you don't have it in the system, you can maintain that version number. If you don't have it in the system as well, make sure you give correct effective date and the revision date. So on the top part where it's written prepared or updated on, so you indicate the date you prepared it. So maybe today is the 27th of May, so it's just the 27th May. Then for which, then here you indicate the year. So are you planning for 2025 or are you planning for 2026? Or if you're planning for 2025 to 2026, you need to indicate to say this plan is from 2025 to 2026. That way you show that it's not just the plan for 1 year, but then it's also going into the other year. Then after that, you need to indicate now the topics that you are going to train people on. So you list all the topics that you need to train people on. So are you going to train people in the biorisk management training package, or are you going to use the manuals, or are you going to use the SOPs? So you put whatever topics that you want to train people on. So for this particular mentorship program, we want you to create a training plan starting from June to December 2025. So you're supposed to plan out, put up the plan from June 2025 to December 2025. So for each of the topics, you need to indicate who the trainer will be. So the trainer can either be the trainer of trainer or any person in the laboratory that you feel can deliver the message correctly or the way it's supposed to be delivered. So you need to indicate their name and also inform them that they are supposed to do this training, or remind them that they're supposed to do the training. So that's why it's always important to also have an orientation or a training on this particular training plan as well. So after you create the training plan, you also orient people, or you inform people, communicate the training plan, so that if other people are supposed to do the trainings, they will know on which dates that they will do the trainings. So make sure you list the trainings from what you want to train people on first until the last thing that you want to train people on. That way the dates will be more consecutive and they'll follow each other, rather than mixing the dates. You end up missing some things that maybe you didn't see to say you're supposed to train people on them on this particular date. So maybe for the BSBS manual, maybe if you're training people on the 1st of June 2025, you indicate the date. Then if there are any remarks, you indicate any remarks. if you haven't done this training yet, or if you just completed creating this training, all the training items or topics are supposed to show pending. That way, you will now start you will start updating the status as you do the trainings. So if you conduct the trainings on the manual, you come back to this template and indicate to say this was done or it's completed. So you list everything there, and then also you just assign each of the trainings to someone to conduct. Then whenever you're done, you come and indicate that you're done. So maybe if you've done the policies and regulation training, you can come and indicate to say this was done. Maybe you did the fit testing and maintenance procedure, you can come and indicate to say this particular training was done. That way you are able to see which trainings were done and which ones are still pending. Then also to help with knowing what is the total number of trainings that you have, and also how many have been done and how many are pending. At the bottom, there's a summary. So this summary is showing you the number of items or the number of topics that you have. So we've entered about 19 topics or 19 trainings. Then from these, 12 are currently pending and 7 have been completed. That way you will know how many are remaining to be completed. Okay. So yeah, so basically that's that. So the template is made in such a way that whenever you update the status for this, the table at the bottom also updates for you. So if we change the status of these maybe 3 topics, then it will automatically update for you, and it will now say you've completed 10 since now you've added on 3. Then also there's a graph just at the bottom here. So the graph is a good representation of how it will show you well nicely how to graph out nicely what is due and what is completed. That way you can just look at this graph and you'll be able to see how many are pending and how many are completed out of the total number of training items that you have. Then also, if you need to do a management review and training is part of your management review, you can just come and copy this table and paste it into your PowerPoint and present it the way it is without maybe making a lot of tables and also analysis before you do the review. So the template will generate the data for you. And if you need to present it in table form, you can just copy and paste this table and then put it in your presentation and you'll be able to present. That way it's easier for you to compile data for your management review, either meeting or orientation. So basically that's that on the training plan. So this will be shared to everyone in the mentorship program. So yeah, so that's the end of session 12. So if you have any comments or you have any questions, you can leave the questions and comments in the comment section. So see you in the next session. Thank you so much.